Hello, dear investors. Wishing you all a joyful and successful day. To start off this video, I'd like to congratulate everyone who's been following the market closely and managed to buy crypto at an attractive price point. If you've entered at a strong accumulation zone, that's a great move. I also want to remind you, hold your positions. This is not the time to sell. We haven't seen any clear signs of distribution yet, so it's wise to continue holding and wait patiently for the profits to come, possibly exceeding expectations. Now, to save you time, let's jump straight into the crypto chart. As you can see, the overall structure of the chart remains quite strong, with positive momentum in play. However, in recent trading sessions, we did witness a hammer candlestick that wasn't very favorable. It may have caused some psychological pressure and confusion among investors. That said, as I mentioned in my previous video, Bitcoin BTC is currently in a healthy accumulation and rebalancing phase. This phase is essential. It helps absorb previous volatility and neutralize the effects of that unfavorable candlestick. That's why I always emphasize the importance of waiting for at least 2 successful supply-demand retests before considering any new buying positions. Interestingly, in the most recent sessions, we're starting to see hammer candles pushing the price upward, which could be an early sign of a recovery. Still, it's very important to monitor the market closely, session by session, to determine whether this positive signal turns into a strong upward trend. Speaking from my own perspective as a retail investor, I never chase high prices. I prefer to enter during consolidation zones when prices are reasonable, the market is calm, and there are signs that institutional players are quietly accumulating. These zones offer a much better risk-reward ratio than buying into an overextended rally. Once BTC rises significantly, there will inevitably be FOMO, fear of missing out, and many investors might jump in at very high levels. This could result in them getting trapped near a market top. So if you're someone considering buying at a high price, please be cautious. Make sure to watch the price movements in real time, adjust your strategy accordingly, and be ready to exit quickly if necessary. Always prioritize capital preservation. Now, based on the chart we're looking at, BTC seems to be holding its accumulation range quite well. If you're thinking of entering the market, consider opening positions near the lower boundary of that range. It offers more safety and better potential upside. And finally, for those of you who were smart enough to buy early at attractive prices in the consolidation zone, hold tightly. Don't let go just yet. We're still not seeing any signs of major distribution, so there's no urgent reason to sell. Of course, in a hypothetical case where BTC fails to hold its range and starts dropping, that could indicate a trend reversal. That's why it's important to keep watching my videos for timely updates, so you can stay one step ahead of the market. Now, let's move on to the chart of ETH Ethereum. Looking at this chart, wow, it's really hard to believe, isn't it? ETH has shown such a strong upward movement. Congratulations to those of you who have been holding on. You're doing a great job maintaining your portfolio. As I mentioned in my previous video, I believe your holdings still have room to grow. And now, you're seeing it for yourselves. ETH is rising steadily, and that's exactly the kind of price action we want to see. With that in mind, I'd like to encourage everyone to be patient and continue holding in order to optimize your profits. Remember, successful investing is a long-term game. Now, for those who are considering opening new long positions, I'd urge caution. Why? Because during a strong uptrend, unexpected price reversals within intraday trading sessions are very likely. ETH can easily dip sharply within a single session before recovering, and such volatility can cause losses, especially for less experienced investors who get too emotionally reactive to real-time price movements. If you're someone who enjoys intraday trading, buying and selling within the same session, then please wait for a proper consolidation zone. Let the market show you a clear accumulation pattern or support level before you jump in. Once the trend has been confirmed and volatility stabilizes, then it's safer to trade according to your personal strategy. On the other hand, for those planning to buy ETH for medium or longer-term holding, I personally don't recommend opening positions at the current price levels. As retail investors, we have to be strategic. You want to enter at the best possible price, ideally within a consolidation zone where the risk is lower and the upside potential is higher. That's how you protect your capital and increase your chances of strong returns. Right now, looking at the chart, ETH is approaching a major resistance zone. I've already outlined the scenario in a previous video, and as we can now see, the sideways accumulation pattern I predicted is starting to play out. In my view, ETH will need significant time to work through this zone before making any clear breakout. It's a key level, and rushing in now may not be safe. So, to be clear, if you already hold ETH from lower price ranges, great job. Keep holding. But if you're thinking about buying now, I would advise against it, because the risk-reward ratio is no longer favorable. And one more thing, I'm happy to offer personalized support to investors who are currently unsure about their portfolio decisions. If you've bought a stock or crypto at the wrong time, or entered at the wrong level, don't worry. You can reach out to me for one-on-one advice on entry and exit points. I'll help you restructure or optimize your portfolio to focus on strong, high-potential assets. Feel free to ask me about any stock or crypto you're currently holding or anyone you're considering buying. I'm always here to share my analysis and help you make more informed, confident decisions. Next, let's take a look at the stock chart of Google. We can see that this stock has recently increased in price. Although the increase compared to my personal buying point is not too much, many of you definitely had a much better entry than others. Buying at a time when most investors were fearful is actually the best time to enter a great stock. And now, the price has moved up. The current price zone. Many people are afraid to buy, worrying that the price may reverse and drop. This kind of mindset makes investors feel anxious and insecure. If you always invest in that state, it will be very difficult to pursue long-term investing. For the upcoming trading session, I do not recommend opening new buy positions. But for those who already bought, just keep holding. Especially for those who like to buy and sell within the same session, I don't recommend choosing the stock either, because this is currently a consolidation and base building zone. That's why, in my opinion, buying and selling quickly will not generate high profits. You should pick a stock that already has a clear trend and momentum to break out. That would give you a better chance of earning profits within the same session. The current price zone of this stock is only suitable for investors who plan to buy and hold patiently. The stock has already delivered good returns, and now that it has reached a resistance area, it will need more time to move through it. Congratulations to all investors who managed to buy in at a good position. I hope you continue to hold and earn even more profits. There are many good stocks out there for your portfolio, but finding one where you can optimize both safety and profit at the entry point is very difficult. Only my channel shares this kind of insights. You could say my channel is a real-world investing channel, helping you buy, hold, and giving excellent advice on when to sell if necessary. Next, let's take a look at the chart of NVDA. Looking at the chart of this stock, I believe there's still a very promising upward move ahead. However, a new entry position is not yet available. The stock needs more time to correct and stabilize at the current price range before we can consider any safe buy signals. If the stock doesn't correct and just keeps rising like it is now, especially as I mentioned in the previous video, there's still a gap that needs to be filled. In fact, the stock has already returned to fill that gap in the past few sessions. That moment, when the gap was being filled, was when most investors were afraid to buy, which helped shake out a lot of weak hands who were only chasing the stock. As for new buying and holding, it may not be advisable to buy in at this stage, because the current position is not safe for your portfolio. That's why you should wait. For investors who entered from lower price levels and had an ideal buy position, you can continue to hold and benefit from the next potential leg up in the stock's growth. Investing is a daily task, so patience is essential, especially for those of you who are thinking about buying the stock right now. Please think carefully before making any decisions. As for me, speaking as a personal investor, I will not open any new buy positions at this price range because it does not fit my investment style at the current time. And next, let's take a look at the stock chart of N2, which I already mentioned in a previous video. First of all, Congratulations to all the investors who followed my analysis and managed to buy in at a very good price range. Currently, with this stock, we will continue to hold and wait for profits. After shaking off the retail investors, the stock has regained its upward trend, which clearly shows that it's a very strong stock. So, if you bought in at the price range I previously mentioned, you should keep holding to benefit more from your investment. I'm confident that the price range I mentioned as a good buying point was a level many investors were too afraid to enter, but those who did are now holding one of the most ideal entry points for this stock. Right now, the stock has increased beautifully and has broken past its resistance, confirming the next phase of upward momentum. But please note, the stock no longer offers a safe buy point for your portfolio, and I do not recommend chasing the price at current levels, as it would not be safe for your investment strategy. Once again, congratulations to all investors who followed my guidance and bought this stock at the ideal price range. At present, I consider the stock's performance and chart structure to be very attractive. I sincerely hope all of you find good portfolio opportunities and continue to manage your stock positions effectively. These stock ideas reflect my personal opinions. If you have even better buy points or ideas, feel free to leave a comment. I'd be happy to respond and discuss with you. If you're currently experiencing losses or feel like your entry point was not ideal, you can also ask me for advice. I'm happy to help you restructure or optimize any stock position you're holding. Please note, everything shared here is based on personal opinion and is accompanied by a disclaimer for all investors. I believe you are all smart investors, and you understand better than anyone else how to buy, sell, and hold stocks effectively. So, take care of your health to make the best decisions for your portfolio. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.